Alright, so we got a message here from Anthony Fergan, who is the person that initially leaked all the B&M information, and he's been doing this for a few years now. So anyway, I'll just read what it says and then we'll discuss it. So this afternoon I popped into a B&M store. I don't usually go to a very helpful staff member and check the product codes on the system, and I could see for myself the TARDIS set is coming up at $24.99. The 5 Doctor set, aka History of the Dark set, is 13, 14, I can't remember. It's $21.99. Necros set, $21.99. And of course, they may be subject to change, but at the moment on the system, that is the prices. And yes, they are subject to change, but at this stage, they only come up on B&M's system in a store when they're basically nearly ready to ship to the store or get delivered to the store. So yeah, this basically confirms a lot of things, because I was doing a little research, because I went on an inflation calculator, and basically the sets themselves were basically $21.99 from last year to this year is now roughly about £23. And basically $29.99, which is what the previous class set was, that one would be again around £32, £33. So yeah, the £35 for the tire set I was a bit skeptical about, because again, that was the rumoured price of it last year's supposed price, which that may be characters recommended retail price, not B&M's that we get through initially. Because characters' recommended retail price will obviously be higher. B&M will try and cut that down as much as possible, because, well, it's B&M. The whole point of B&M and other stores like it is to basically, sell high volume, but obviously at a smaller profit. But obviously the high volumes more than make up for it. So yeah, now £25, fine. For a non-electronic TARDIS, 35 was just ridiculous and stupid. But to be honest, I still don't know why it doesn't have the electronics, because if it was £35 and had the electronics, it would have, obviously sucks that it would have went up, but you still would have felt you got your money's worth. So yeah, I don't know why it didn't have the electronics. Maybe it was a thing of either character or B&M didn't want the price going over £30. That could be the case. Maybe they couldn't get couldn't get to that £30 price, and that was why. I honestly don't know. I really don't know why last year's one was electronic and this year's one wasn't. It's obviously it's going to come down to price in the end, unless this is another factory cock up. Is this another factory cock up, Aldevar? Is it all the factory's fault again? So yeah, now I have messaged Anthony Fergan to ask him what the product codes are, and as soon as I find out, I'll do another video showing the product codes. If anyone else knows the product codes, please let me know. But generally, that is the best way to, what he is doing, that is the best way to find out, one, if your store is getting them, and also when roughly they're getting them. They can never give you an exact date and time, because the reason is because even if a store says they're getting a delivery on this date, doesn't mean they'll be out on the shelves on that day. In fact, almost guaranteed that they won't be, because again, they'll come in a massive pallet of various different items, so it's whenever they get to it. But yeah, so this wasn't so much as a surprise to me. I'm surprised if obviously is still subject to change, but £25, yeah, that makes a lot more sense with it, especially, considering that set already had cost-cutting measures and that done to it, so much more reasonable than that. Now, I will say, and this is a case of, stores will only be getting 6 per box. Now, stores may get multiple boxes, although generally they'll only get one at a time. But yeah, Dalek sets, they get 12 per box. And since there's only 2 different Dalek sets, much more in there. Whereas Class X, there was only 6 per box, unfortunately. So, yeah. But, there we go, people. There we go. So, some good news on that. Disappointing that it doesn't have the electronics, but at least with this, the price is reflecting that. So, yeah, hopefully they should come out in, I'm going to say mid to late September. More banking on the later September, to be honest, especially since I live in the north, and some reason now the south gets them first for whatever reason, even though B&M's headquarters, is in the north. But anyway, there we go.